Hi, I'm Pastor Randall Neal at Zion Lutheran Church in Hopkins, Minnesota. Today is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. Now, today as I'm sitting here in my office, I'm looking out the window and it's a gorgeous day. The sun is shining, the temperature is comfortably cool but refreshing. Some of the early spring flowers I see just trying to poke their colorful heads up. It's lovely. I contrast this look to several days ago when we had one of those stretches of weather where we didn't see the old sunshine and pleasant temperatures for a better part of a week. It was just like one snowy or rainy day after another. I was kind of grumbling to myself, but then I thought, last summer we could use some nice rain and moisture. And I had to tell myself, I know what this is going on right now is going to be good for us later on. I know that. Well, my friends, you might be going through one of those seasons in your life when the rain and snow never seems to stop. Maybe it's been stressful, bad news, struggles, disappointments, grief, confusion. We all take our turn facing those seasons when we keep waking up to another rainy day, so to speak. Well, the well-worn words of Romans 8:28, one of my favorite verses, for 2,000 years have been a bright light for dark days. These words have helped millions of believers see a bigger picture than when it seemed as if it would never stop raining. Now, as familiar as you might be with these words, they may literally have your name on them for this particular season of your life you're in right now. So listen to them with your heart. Here's what Paul wrote. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Familiar words, aren't they? Well, one great saint described these words from Romans 8:28 as, quote, a soft pillow for a long night. I think that's a pretty good imagery. I hope you'll let it be that for you, my friends, because it gives you God's ironclad assurance that there's meaning in what you're going through. There is a holy purpose for God either sending or allowing those things in your life. You see, his purpose for our dark days is seldom explained, but it's always there. It doesn't say everything is good. No, it says everything is being worked together for good, for your good. And if you're one of those who love him, that verse applies to you. So you can say no matter how many days it's been raining, snowing, yucky, it's going to be good for us later on. God simply won't let this happen if it wasn't going to be good for you later on. In fact, the next verse from this Romans 8 passage, Romans 8:29, it tells us that the ultimate good God is going to bring you and bring out of this is to make you more like his son. You see, I believe God shapes and allows the circumstances to come into your life that will best develop some quality of Jesus in us. And there's nothing greater that God could do for you than to plant in you the way Jesus loves people, the way Jesus treats people, the way Jesus is patient with people, the way Jesus understands what's hurting people, what they're going through. And it's this kind of bondedness is what Jesus had with his Father that is now available to you and me. That may take a lot of rainy days for God to make you the man or woman he created you to be and redeemed you to be. He's toughening you, my friends, or maybe he's tenderizing you, purging you perhaps of old ways of doing things, maybe squeezing you into new and better priorities, or maybe sensitizing you to people that maybe you've hurt or neglected, moving you to burn some old bridges or to treat some old wounds. You see, what gets you through the rainy days is the calm assurance that God is working all this together for my good to make me better. So, are you going to enjoy every rainy day, one after another? No, not necessarily, right? But it sure helps to see them in the big picture perspective. You see, God is using these days to prepare you for better days ahead. So if you got up this morning and found that it was raining again, so to speak, lean hard on Romans 8:28 and say, with all the confidence of a blood-bought child of God, this is going to be a very good for us day and the days to come. Hey, thanks for listening. I look forward to our next visit.